Welcome to FCPS All-Stars. Our guest for today is Theresa Hutchinson, digital photography and yearbook teacher at Catoctin High School. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me here.
I know that your focus is visual arts. Is that something you always knew that you wanted to be when you grew up, or did you have other plans?
When I was in high school, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. Both my parents own their own business, so I figured I would probably go to college for business administration. But my high school art teacher, Mrs. Miller, sort of directed me more towards an art career.
And when she suggested that to you, was that a surprise, or was that something you were already working towards in high school?
Yeah, I mean, I was a visual arts major. I went to a small Catholic high school. So in the program that I was in, it was just something that I liked to do. And she came around one day and we were doing gesture drawings, and she, was talking to students about what they wanted to do for their future careers. And I told her I'd probably go into business, and she asked if I considered art, and I was like, no, you can't make money doing that. And, so we had a conversation about different career paths, and I wound up changing my mind and doing a little bit more research.
Do you ever regret not going into the business field?
No, I love what I do. It's, every day's different. The students are crazy, exciting, we get to make stuff. It's very hands-on, so I really love what I do.
Now, most people who are in the creative arts have a muse. Do you have a muse?
Right now, I would probably say it's my family. I have a 4-year-old son, so he's a ham, so he's always in front of the camera, and I'm always taking pictures of him. I like to go out and take photos of events and things like that, but I would probably say my family.
Now, what's your ham's name? I mean, your son's name.
Eddie.
Eddie, okay. And does Eddie like taking pictures?
He does. He has his own little camera, and I have a little recording camera for him, so he shoots his own little movies. He's 4 years old, but he'll set it up on the counter, and he'll go stand in the other room and then dance and sing.
Now, tell me about your husband. Is he a creative type also?
Yes, we met in college. We were both in an animation program at Edinburgh University. So he works, he's a manager for a local Frederick company, but he does his own artwork and stuff on the side.
What is your favorite art form?
I love surrealism. I just like that imaginary, dreamlike quality to artwork. I tend to think very realistic in the work that I do, more of a photojournalism style. Go out, see it as it is, and tell the story of an event. So I really appreciate other artists that, have that, break into their imagination and create really off-the-wall, crazy type stuff.
Has any of your work ever been published?
Yes, in college, I had a photograph. Photographers Forum magazine does a college photography contest, and one of my photographs made it into their publication that year.
And what was it about that particular photo that made it stand out from all the other ones?
For me, it was a different process. Back then I was doing more darkroom photography work and film, and I was shooting with a Holga camera, which is a medium format film, so it's larger negatives, and it has a lot of these old light leaks in it, and soft edges, so it's a different type of process.
Now, the great thing about art is that it lasts. I mean, you can capture a memory in a photo or in a painting, or you can create a ceramic or something that can be passed down. What would you say is your gift to your students?
They work hard for what they do. Seeing them, challenged, not giving up on something. It's, the time and dedication it takes to put into a piece of work, and that success that they have when they do finally get something.
And you talked to me about amazing experiences. How would you explain that to our viewers as it relates to your students?
Well, I would say that art it's about communication. So, putting yourself out there. There's a quote that every photograph is a self-portrait, because it's a reflection of you, your time, the environment that you're with. So I think teaching students to share that with people.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today on FCPS All-Stars. And thank you for joining us as well. We look forward to seeing you next week. And don't forget, shine on.